Alright, guys. Apologies for the delay. Once again, we're restarting this. My computer sucks. My computer absolutely sucks. It just freezes and it lags and it's sick. That being said, once again, you may be asking, Anthony, Twonjovie, the man, the myth, the legend, what could we possibly be doing today? And I'll tell you what we're doing today. We're having one of the most exciting conversations of all time. And this conversation needs to be had. With everything going on in the world, with the division, with the divide, I think it's important that we have a conversation around what are some of the top white people phrases that we've heard. Now, I think, as far as I know, everybody that I've talked to has interacted with white people here and there. And white people have had a era where they were putting out absolute bangers of phrases. There was a ton of phrases that they would say that I think really ran the game for a while. They had that old boomer phrases that people loved, that people would use time and time again in movies, right? And soundtracks, on songs. And I think that it's about time that we rank them and determine what are some of the best phrases of all time. And I'm really excited to be doing that today. In addition, we got some copyright-free Life is Strange music playing in the background. Was it in the actual Life is Strange soundtrack? Not really, no. But does it sound like it? Absolutely, it totally does. So, diving right in, we got the first one. You betcha. You betcha. Oh, you betcha. You betcha. You bet your sweet ass, right? You bet your sweet ass. You bet your sweet ass. You betcha. It really just depends. It really depends. If it's a Midwest, Minnesotan, or a Wisconsin person saying you betcha, this could be an S tier. This could be an easy S tier because they just, something about their you betcha makes you feel like comfy, makes you feel warm inside. It makes you feel like you're at home. You know what I mean? So something about that you betcha is really nice. So you betcha, when they say it like that, I think that's an A tier. But if it's just like your average white person, like if it's just Tanner being like, you betcha, man, you betcha, it's kind of like a B. So I think rounding it out, we're going to have to put it in an A. We're going to have to put it at a you betcha. Oh, I got to select. We're going to put it in an A. It's raining cats and dogs. Okay, I haven't heard this one. In a while. It's been a very long time, and I feel like white people don't say this one that much. But when you ask like a white person, like sometimes how is it going, they might respond with, it's raining cats and dogs. This is more like a boomer type of white person that's saying this. Most of the younger generation doesn't say it's raining cats and dogs anymore. For that, I think it's a solid C tier, but it's not common enough to be high up in the rankings. Ooh, you should have seen your face. You should have seen your face. You should have seen your face, man. You should have seen your face. That was crazy. Saying it, I actually really like this one. This one was really popular as well amongst the whites. I think you should have seen your face, man. You should have seen your face. I think that's a solid B. I don't think that goes into S. But I do think that that's a solid B. A lot of white people do be saying this. Especially when you do like a prank. If you ever prank your friends at a sleepover, maybe you put a banana in their hand and they wake up with a banana in their hand and Sharpies drawn on them. They might be like, got you, man. You should have seen your face when you saw that banana in your hand. So that's a good one. I think we're going to put that in a solid B. I think we're going to put it in B. Oh, this might be our first S. This might be our first S tier. The white person phrase, now let's do a silly one. Every single time, without fail, you take a group photo with a group of white folks, it's always the smile, and then what do they say right after? Connor, thanks for joining. We're talking about basically you. Right after they say, right after you do a smile, they say, now let's do a silly one. Let's do a silly one. I think this one is very common. I think all white people say this. I think this is our first S tier. Now let's do a silly one. Hey, now let's do a silly one, shall we? Ooh, to piggyback off that. Okay. So this, I would say this is more corporate white lingo. This is more corporate. You're in the office. You're on a Zoom meeting. Somebody raises their hand and is like, hey, the ROI today has been not great. In response, you might also want to say something after that. You raise your hand. You say, hey, to piggyback off that, I think, right, Connor or Skylar is jumping into the conversation and they're piggybacking off something. This isn't purely a white phrase. I'd more associate that with like corporate jargon because I think a lot of people say to piggyback off that if you work in the corporate space, but it is mostly white people. So for that, I think we got to put this in C tier. I don't think it's a D though. I don't think it's a D. D is like, I haven't really heard it, or like white people aren't really saying it. All right. This might be a D for me because I've never heard this one before. It came from the donkey or the horse's mouth. I feel like I've heard this 1 or 2 times, but this is definitely like that like 70s, 80s, like old white guy phrase that they say. And so I think this is a solid D tier. I just don't think it's said enough to warrant it to be in C, B, A, or S. Like C, at least I've heard like multiple times before. Ooh. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the, I can't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my God. What's that song? It's on the tip of my tongue. And I'm going to be honest. I've said this one a lot too. Very common phrase, very common white phrase. I think this is an A tier. I think Brittany says it's on the tip of my tongue a lot. Skylar says it's on the tip of my tongue a lot, right? This is a very quintessential white phrase. I think that's a S. Ooh, what's wrong? Tongue-tied? See, this is a weird one because what's wrong tongue-tied? I feel like I haven't heard as much as if they said, what's wrong, cat got your tongue? I would say that's probably like a B tier. That's a B tier. But what's wrong? Are you tongue-tied? Are you tongue-tied? Are you tongue-tied, Jeff? Are you tongue-tied or what? I think that's a C. I think that's a C tier type of phrase. Oh, I haven't heard this one this much, but when you do hear it, it kind of hits. It's curtains for you, buddy. It's curtains for you. It's curtains for you. Like that one hits. That one's actually like a painful one to hear. You know what I mean? So because it's not common, I think we can put it in C tier. Because it's not common, but the impact of it is so great, I think we put it in C tier. I think it's a solid insult. All right, what do we got next? Hey, look, pal, I don't make the rules. This is an S tier. This is immediately an S tier. Let's say you're at the pool. You're running around on the side of the pool. You got the white lifeguard. Hey, look, pal, I don't make the rules here. You got to stop running. You got to stop running. Or maybe you're at the movie theater. You try to sneak into another movie, and the guys and they catch you. Hey, look, pal, I don't make the rules here. I don't make the rules. That's a very, very quintessential white phrase that they say all the time, especially if you get caught doing something. So for that, that's an S tier. That's an S tier. That's an S tier for sure. Let me just stop you right there. You're ever talking about something and then a white person disagrees with you. If you're talking about something, a white person disagrees with you, or they might just cut you off and be like, hey, let me stop you right there. I have something to say. Let me stop you right there, pal. I don't think that's an S tier like a lot of these people. I think that's a solid B tier. I think that's a solid B tier. I don't think white people say it as much as you would think. Oh, what's the big deal? This is a good one. I think a lot of white people say, what's the big deal? You know, what's the big deal with applesauce? What's the big deal about this? Like you may, someone's throwing a fit about something. You might respond with, what's the big deal, guys? What's the big deal? Why are we arguing with it? What's the big deal? White people say that all the time. That's an A. That's an A for sure. Ooh, kick rocks. Kick rocks. Kick rocks. Hey, someone's pissing you off. Hey, kick rocks. Kick rocks, buddy. Kick rocks. I like kick rocks. I think kick rocks is also an A tier. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Someone's pissing you off. You're getting annoyed. You're getting bothered. You're getting flustered. All right? Your name is Craig. You're sitting there waiting. Finally, they hit that trigger. Hey, nice try, bucko. Nice try, bucko. They try to throw an insult at you. Hey, nice try, bucko. That's an S. That's an immediate S. That's a great phrase. Oh my god. Oh, brother. You're annoyed, right? You're annoyed. You're flustered. Someone's annoying the crap out of you. You're tired of seeing somebody. Oh, brother. You think of the SpongeBob line. For the iconic SpongeBob line alone, we're gonna put this in S because oh brother, this guy stinks. This is an S tier for sure. For sure. Doggone it. This is a B. Doggone it. I don't know. I think people just haven't heard this, but like growing up, I heard doggone it a lot. I heard doggone it. Like before you could curse, you might say doggone it. I think this is a solid B tier. I think this is a solid B. Oop. This is a D tier. I feel like I don't hear that much. That's like, I feel like that's like a Gen Z thing, or maybe like a corny millennial thing of saying ope. Not sure about that one. Oh, ooh, cut the malarkey. Cut the bullshit. Cut the malarkey. Cut it. Cut the malarkey, okay? Let's get back to business. I think people have that in D tier because they just haven't heard it that much. Cut the malarkey is a solid white phrase. A lot of white people used to say cut the malarkey a ton. And for that, I think that's a solid B tier. I haven't heard it in a while, but cut the malarkey is a good phrase. Oh, this one's an S. This one's an S. You're at the bar. Someone's pissing you off. Some guy comes to your girl. His name is Chip. Chip comes and starts talking to your girl. You get a little bit testy. You get a little bit upset. Eventually, you hit your trigger, right? Hey, let's take this outside. Let's take this outside right now. Let's take this outside. That's an S tier. That's an S tier pissed off white guy phrase. You're not having a good time when you hear let's take this outside. It means it's on one. He means he's on. He means he's ready to throw down. This one's also an S tier. This one's right before you get the let's take this outside, pal, right? This is where someone is annoying you. Someone's pissing you off, right? You haven't gotten to the let's take this outside level yet, but you're getting there. And he hits that one little button. You go like, hey man, don't push my buttons. Don't push my buttons, okay? Don't push my buttons, pal. Don't push my buttons. And then after that, it escalates to, all right, let's take this outside. Let's take this outside. So these are both S because they both go back to back. They both are part of each other, right? They both play a role in each other. Ooh, in a while, crocodile. This is a part of a phrase, right? I forget what the phrase is, but it's after a while, and then in a while, crocodile, or like see you later or something. You say that when you're saying goodbye. This one's not an S tier. This one's definitely like a C tier, I think. Ooh, thingamabobber. White people love saying thingamabobber. That's a big one. That's a big one, right? You can't remember something. You're talking through a sentence, and you're like, "Yeah, I got my skateboard. I got my backpack, and the thingamabobber, and the little thingamabobber." This is a B. This is a B. This is like very dad, white dad thing. Ooh. I'll do you one better. I'll do you one better, pal. This is like a white person's being nice, right? So, you know, you're like, hey man, can you help me with this project? Can you help me with my homework? Can you help me set this up? They might be like, hey, I'll do you one better. I'm gonna do you one better, right? And when they say that, it's like, oh, they're gonna go the extra mile. It shows kindness. This is an A tier. This is a great white phrase. Ooh. So, don't push my buttons, and I've had it up to here. Kind of similar, right? Kind of similar times when you're going to use this. So, they're pretty interchangeable. They're both before let's take this outside. But it's They're both right before, let's take this outside, but you might use either or. So if someone's pissing you off, you're getting a little testy. You're like, hey, I've had it up to here with you, buddy. I've had it up to here with you. So you say that in like an angry way. This is an S tier. Oh, this is also an S tier, right? This is also an S tier. Someone's goofing off. Someone's making some jokes. You might say, hey, get a load of this guy. Get a load of this guy over here, right? Hey, get a load of that guy. That's a fun phrase. I think that's an S tier. Everyone's heard that white phrase before. There's a lot of, holy shit, this is going to be like a 4-hour video. This is a lot. We might have to do a part 2 on this. We'll try to speedrun it. We'll try to speedrun it. For Pete's sake. Hey, for Pete's sake. For Pete's sake, you're like, you've had it up to here. This is 100% a B tier. This is a B tier. Hey, let's get the show on the road. Let's get the show on the road. Let's get this thing started, right? Let's get this thing started. That's an A tier. That's an A tier. You hear that one a lot. Madder than a mosquito in a mannequin factory. I have not heard this one. This is a D. That one's not really used by white folks anymore. Oh, how do you like them apples? Maybe you just did a play, right? Maybe you're playing a sport. You're playing flag football. You just score a touchdown. To taunt the other team, how do you like them apples? This is a solid B tier. This is a solid B tier. Ooh, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. If any of you have watched Bruce Almighty, he says that a lot in there. Bruce Almighty, great movie. Jim Carrey, one of the whitest individuals of all time. I think this is easily I think this is a B tier. I think this is a solid B tier. Ooh, white people say this one a ton. Hey, if I was a betting man, right? This is when you're not actually making a bet, typically. But if someone's like maybe asking your opinion on something, like, hey, who do you think's gonna win the Super Bowl? You might say, hey, if I was a betting man, I'm gonna take the Eagles, right? This is a solid B. Bob's your uncle. I've never heard of that in my entire life. That's a D tier. 1, 2, 3, save some for me. I never heard that. That's a D tier. Ooh. That really grinds my gears. That really pisses me off. That really annoys me. So, you don't usually say this when you're actually pissed off. But you might say this when something's like, when someone asks you like what's annoying to you, or like you might say like, oh yeah, when people show up late, that really grinds my gears. That's an A. That's an A tier. I love that phrase. Yeah, tell it to the judge. Tell it to the judge. Now this is very specific to a white cop. White cops say this, or like a white lawyer. This isn't really something that I think like all white people are saying. That's why I don't think it's an S or an A. I'm surprised people put it in S or A. I think it's because they just heard it before. I think this is a C. Just because all white people aren't saying that. Are you yanking my chain? Are you yanking my chain? That means, are you pranking me? That one's a good one. I like that one. I think that's a B. I think that's a B. Hey, put up your dukes, pal. Put up your dukes. So this is actually one that comes up after Let's Take This Outside. You get taken outside, and then it's time to fight. Hey, man, put up your dukes. Put up your dukes. It's time. I think this is an S tier, just because in the S tier, we have all of the progression of a fight, of getting angry, of getting upset. Oh, let's boogie. Let's boogie, guys. Let's boogie. You're about to go out. You're about to go to a party. You're about to hit the dance floor. You're going to say, hey, let's boogie. Let's boogie. This is a solid B tier. Solid B tier. Oh, this is S. This is 100% S. You're in a crowded place. You're trying to get to the front. You might say, hey, let me scoot right past you, pal. Let me scoot right past you. This is an S tier. Easy S tier. Speak of the devil. Also S tier. Hey, speak of the devil. You're talking about somebody. They walk into the room. Immediate S tier. Immediate S tier. You're going to say, hey, every white person is going to say, hey, speak of the devil. That's an S tier. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. This is a D tier. Not a lot of people say this one. Oh, this is when you're in the fight, right? So you've said, hey, put your dukes up, pal. Put your dukes up. And then you're about to swing. Hope you're ready for a knuckle sandwich. This is an S tier. S tier. Anything with knuckle sandwich, that's an S tier. Oh, well, would you look at that? Well, would you look at that? That's an A tier. That's a very common phrase. I love that phrase. Well, would you look at that? Hey, you're the boss. You're the boss. You're typically saying that to someone that's being very, very controlling, right? This is a B tier. This is a B tier. Well, that's my cardio for the week. I've said this before. This is a common white phrase. Like you walk up a flight of stairs and you say, well, that's my cardio for the week. This is a C. Ready, Freddy? Ready, Freddy? This is a C as well. Heard that one before. Whoa, you might want to see this. This is like a movie white person, right? Where something crazy happens and you're like, whoa, you might want to see this, guys. This is like a B, because I don't think people say that in like real life like that. That's really just like white people in movies. Beat it, pal. Hey, someone's on your lawn, you're annoyed. Hey, beat it, pal. Get out of here, you kids. Beat it. This is an S tier. This is a great phrase that white people love to use. Heavens to Betsy. I've heard that before, surprisingly. That's a D. The bee's knees. I actually say the bee's knees all the time. I think that that's a B tier. I like the bee's knees. Jiminy Crickets. Jiminy Crickets is for sure an A tier. That's a fun one. Oh, awesome sauce. Yo, that's awesome sauce. Yo, this is an S. I even say that. Awesome sauce is fire. Awesome sauce is fire. We got, beat me to it. Beat me to it. That's like a C. I'm going to open a can of whoop ass. This is an S tier. This is 100% an S tier. Easy. Can of whoop ass. Another thing of fighting. About fighting. Anything with fighting and white people, they have some of the best phrases of all time. Burning bridges. This is like a C tier because like this is applicable to everybody. I don't think this is a very much a white person phrase. Ooh, I can't put my finger on it. Very similar to a tip on my on the tip of my tongue, but a little bit less so. So I think this is an A tier. Piece of cake. Alright, piece of cake. Something was really easy. You say piece of cake. I think we're gonna go. I think this is an S tier. I agree with that. Holy smokes, dude. Holy smokes. This is 100% an S tier. Hey, let me be frank here. Let me be frank. Okay? That's like you're about to say something blunt. This is for sure a B tier. Oh, you got another thing coming, pal. You got another thing coming. This is 100% an A tier. This is like you're instigating a fight. Hey, man, get your mind out of the gutter. Get your mind out of the gutter. You're thinking dirty thoughts. Very common white person phrase. I think that's an A tier. Oh, now you've really done it. Now you've really done it. You're starting to piss another white person off. This is 100% also an A tier. I wouldn't say this is an S. Well, well, well. Look who showed up. This is a very common white phrase. I like this phrase a lot. I think this one's an S tier as well. Hey, let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. This is probably a B tier. Dag nabbit. I think we already did dag nabbit. I'm gonna put this in C. Darn Skippy. Darn Skippy. This is also a C. People don't say this as much anymore. Let's skedaddle. Hey guys, let's skedaddle. Let's get out of here. I think this is a B tier. 100% a B tier. Not my monkey, not my circus. I feel like I've heard that one time before. We could go C on it. Oh, I'm gonna snap. I'm gonna snap right now. This isn't as common as some of the other ones, and for that, I think the community got it right. I think this is a B tier. Taste the pain. Taste the pain. I've heard that before. That's a C. Thingamajig and thingamabob should be in the same category. Where did I put thingamabob? I put that in B. I think that's also a B. I think that's also a B. Oh man, this is a big one. This is a big movie one though. This one isn't one that like white people actually say. I feel like in real life, right? Like it's a very white thing to say in a movie. We've got company. And because of that, I'm honestly thinking about putting that in C tier. Oh, you owe me big time. I think that's also a B. Oh, rats. Oh, rats is like a solid B as well. Holy guacamole. Holy guacamole? That's an S tier. That's a very, very fun white phrase to say. Have a taste of your own medicine. That's a S tier for sure. That's a S tier for sure. Oh my god. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O? Yo. Top tier white phrase. Easy white phrase. This is an A. That's an A. Oh, let's get down to business. Hey, let's get down to business. If it was, let's get down to brass tacks, I'd put that in S. Let's get down to business, I think is like a B. Oh, put a cork in it, pal. Put a cork in it. You put a cork in it. This is an S tier. This is a fun one. This is an S tier. What a whole load of baloney. What a whole load of baloney. There's also an S tier. This is a fire phrase. You're preaching to the wrong choir. You're preaching to the choir. I know you're preaching to the choir. You're preaching to the wrong choir. We'll put it in C. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. This is like a B. Catch you later. Catch you later. I feel like this one isn't too white. Like a lot of people say catch you later. On the whiteness scale, it's not that up there. I'm going to say this is C. Oh, the little doodads. This is also a C. I feel like I'm getting a little sick. Ooh. Oh, here's the deal. Here's the catch. This is like an A. Oh, you're gonna pay for this. You're gonna pay for that. Like if someone did you wrong, you might say you're gonna pay for this. This is an A. Living the dream is an S tier. Living the dream is an S tier. I say it all the time. Very corporate. Living the dream is very common. Can it? Is that like can it, pal? This is a C. No chance in hell. That's a B? Hey, up yours, buddy. Up yours. This is kind of like an S tier. I like up yours. I like up yours. I'm gonna put that in S. Hey, it just goes to show you. That's why you always gotta have your friends around. Oh, there's a B. If it's gonna be that way, fine. If it's gonna be that way. This is like a C. I agree with that. The world is your oyster. That's a B. That's a B. A lot of people say that one. Ooh, color me surprised. I like color me surprised. I think that's a B. Oh, I'm about to lose my marbles, pal. I'm about to lose my marbles. This is an S. Oh, I put it in A. You snooze, you lose. You snooze, you lose. S tier. Easy. Oh, you gotta be joshing me. This is an A tier. You gotta be joshing me. Right? That's 100% an A tier. Hey, man, go pick on someone your own size. That's an S tier. I love that phrase. I love that phrase. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Very specific white, right? Very specific white. But this is like a B. This is a B. I've heard oh, my days before. More Australian, low-key. You're cruising for a bruising, pal. This is like 80s, 90s type of tough guy act. We'll put A. I'll be there in a jiffy. That's a B. Oh, hold my beer. Hold my beer. I think that's an S. Cup of Joe? That's a B. That's a B. Let's mosey on. We'll go C with that. How are we doing? Oh, we have a lot to go. We may need to. Whew. And I'm not feeling great. I'm not feeling great, but we're gonna keep moving. When pigs fly. When pigs fly is kind of, I don't know. When pigs fly is like a C. Cross my heart and hope to die. Very common. Very common. That's a B. How's it going? This isn't fully white. This isn't fully white. So I'll give them a B though, because the way they say it, it's the tone. Hey, how's it going? Live, laugh, love. This is like eat, pray, love. No strings attached. That's not very white. That's not a very white phrase. What in tarnation? What in tarnation is going on? What in tarnation? That's an S. For crying out loud. God, for crying out loud. That's an S tier. That's an S tier phrase. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
What's up, everybody? Peter McKinnon here, back with another.
What is going on?
Today, little BTS logo.
Oh no, our music stopped. Our music stopped. That's not good. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's an S. That's an S. Top of the morning to you. That's an A. That's an A. Go take a long walk off a short pier. That's a D. People do not say that one that much. A little birdie told me. This is when you're like, you heard something through the rumor mill, right? I think that's like a C. We can have it the easy way or the hard way. That's an S tier easy. S tier easy. The world is on your shoulders. That's a C. Hey, piss off, pal. That's an S. Hands down S. Gee Willikers, also S. Gee Willikers. Easy S tier. No way, Jose. That's an A. You need to cool it, pal. You need to cool it. You need to cool it, pal, right now. That's an S tier. Easy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? Let's not get ahead. This is a C. This is a solid C. Holy macaroni. This is like an A tier. Are we going to have a problem here, pal? A lot of fighting words. A lot of fighting words in this tier list. But are we going to have a problem here? We're going to put that as middle of butt fuck nowhere. That's an S tier as well. I've used that. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Very common amongst the whites. Very common. This is a B though, in my opinion. Why I oughta. That's definitely an S tier. Just another day in paradise. That's for sure a B. Over my dead body. We're gonna go S. I think that's a fun one. Oh, for shame. I don't know that one. Oh, fancy meeting you here. This is like a B. We'll go B on that. Yo, I shit you not. This is an A. This is an A for sure. Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. That was me. I'd say guilty as charged is a solid A tier. That's a good white phrase. That's a very good white phrase. Oh, and sorry, TikTok. You guys can't see the phrase that we're rating here. So I apologize. We'll make sure to zoom in so you guys might be able to see it. Rootin' tootin'. This is a C. Yellow. I say yellow a lot. I think we're going to go B tier. I think we're going to go B. Righty tighty lefty loosey. That's an S tier. That's an S tier white person phrase. Oh, here's the kicker. That's a B. Hey, get with the program, man. Get with the program. That's easily also a B. Not your shade of green. That's a D. Pick your poison. I'd say this is also a C. Hey, let's get a move on, guys. Let's get a move on. I could see this being like this is also kind of a C. Oh, you're beating a dead horse. Very popular. Very popular white phrase. I think we got to put this in, I think you're beating a dead horse. I feel like it's so common. But like, it's not the whitest phrase of all time. I think it goes in a B. I also want to get my copyright-free music going again. It was keeping me in the zone. Hey, knock it off, Buster. I think that's a lesser form of fighting words. That's also a B. You wish. That's also a B. Hey, this ain't my first rodeo, pal. That's an A tier. Don't even get me started. That's a B tier. Hay is for horses? No. Checkmate, loser. That's an S tier phrase. Hands down. Hot diggity dog. That's an A. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. That's a C. No more Mr. Nice Guy. S tier. Definitely S tier. 100% an S tier phrase. This is a D. When hell freezes over. Oh, I'll do that when hell freezes over. This is a C. You're on my turf now, buddy. That's a B. I really like that one. You're a little stud muffin. Mostly girls would say this. This is a C for girls. I'll tell you what's what. That's a C as well. Howdy. That's an A. You know what I mean, jelly bean. I've heard that one before. That's a C. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. Quintessential white person phrase. Loosey goosey. I'm feeling loosey goosey. That's a B. It's about damn time. That's an S tier. That's an S tier white phrase. Hey, look what the cat dragged in. That's an S tier as well. 100% an S tier phrase. Hey, you can't win them all. You can't win them all. You lose a game, you lose something close. We got a B tier on that. Abandoned ship. Abandoned ship. Very good white person phrase. I think that's a C though. I think that's a C. Let's get to the heart of it. That's also a C. Hey, why the long face, pal? Why the long face? This is an A. This is an A. I like why the long face. Ooh, you don't want to get on my bad side. You piss Chris off. You piss Chip off. You don't want to get on his bad side. I think this is like a solid B tier. Nice going, numbskull. This is like a B. Yada, yada, yada. This is an A. Don't be fucking square. Without the fucking, don't be a square, I think would be more of a white phrase. Pump the brakes, pal. Hey, pump the brakes. I think this is a B. I like pump the brakes. Get a grip. Oh my God, get a grip. This is definitely an A. Get a grip is a solid one. Cowabunga. Definitely S tier. Cowabunga is incredible. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. That's an S tier as well. That's an S tier as well. Hey, you're walking on thin ice, pal. You're walking on thin ice, buddy. This might be the best one in the whole thing. This might be the best one in the whole thing. You're walking on thin ice is such an amazing phrase. Hey, the gloves are off. Not as powerful as you're walking on thin ice. Hey, what's the big idea? Also not as powerful. Hey, watch your step. That's like a D. Fancy pants. We got C. I'll touch base with you tomorrow. This is more corporate, right? This is more of a corporate phrase. This isn't so much of a white phrase. So for that, I'm going to put it in C tier. Lickety split. I'll be there in lickety split. Lickety split is for sure a white person phrase. I'm going to put it in B. Oh, you got some skeletons in your closet, buddy. You got some skeletons in your closet. This is for sure a B tier. Cat got your tongue. Cat got your tongue is an S. What's that? Cat got your tongue. Cat got your tongue. That's an S tier white person phrase. S tier white person phrase, easy. That was a cakewalk, meaning that was easy. That's a C tier. Hey, spill the beans. Tell me everything, right? Spill the beans. This is an S tier phrase, easy. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. S tier phrase, amazing phrase. White people, you are in your bag on that one. If you can't beat them, join them. Another big white person phrase, but not as goated as some of these other ones. Hey man, get your head out of the clouds and focus. This is like a solid B tier. This is like a solid B tier. Hey, what time is it? Time for you to get a watch. You ever ask somebody what time it is and they're being like kind of a little bit of an asshole and they're like, hey man, time for you to get a watch. Trying to be funny. That's an S tier. That's a good comeback by the whites. Hey, who pissed in your Cheerios, pal? I've heard that one before. Not common though. Don't get your panties in a twist. See, we would say don't get your panties in a bunch, but don't get your panties in a twist. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm going to go B. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. This is 100% one that I've heard before. This is an A. This is an A. Hey, talk to the hand, pal. Talk to the hand. S tier. This is 100% an S tier. Hey, thanks for the likes. Thanks for the likes. Appreciate it. Talk to the hand is an S tier. Talk to the hand because the face ain't home. Leave a message at the dial-a-tone. That is a very, very good white person phrase. They were in their bag when they made it. They were in their bag when they made that phrase 100%. You made your bed, now lay in it, pal. You made your bed, now lay on it. Another really solid white person phrase that they say after somebody is in trouble, right? After somebody is in trouble, you're going to say you made your bed and now lay in it. For a white person phrase, I think this is an A. I think it's an amazing white person phrase. None of your beeswax, okay? None of your beeswax. This one, not as common. I think we're going to go D. I think we're going to go D. Hey, slow your roll, pal. Slow your roll, pal. Means you're moving too fast, okay? You need to calm down. You need to relax. You're doing too much. Slow your roll, pal. I'd say from a white person perspective, this is a solid B tier as well. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I think this is an S tier. Very common white person phrase. Said a lot. Had a great impact in the community. That's an S tier. Aw shucks. Aw shucks. Right? Also an S tier. Also an S tier. Hey, wise guy. I think that's an A. I think that's an A tier. Doesn't quite cross the threshold into S. That's right. Slow your roll, pal. Slow your roll, pal. That's right, Ritwick. Ritwick says that all the time. He says that all the time. Quintessential white phrase. Oh, they just let anyone in here. You ever joking with your friends? They come into the party. They come into the bar. And you're like, wow, they just let anyone in here. You're kind of joshing with them. You're making a joke, right? You're making a joke. I think this is an A tier insult. Get bet, pal. Hey, pal, get bet. If you say it the right way, it can be S tier, but I think it's A tier because a lot of people don't say get bet the right way. I'll be honest. Oh, I love this phrase. This phrase was said a million times to me growing up. Hey, sleep with one eye open, pal. You better be sleeping with one eye open. It's intimidating. It's threatening. I like it, right? This is an S tier phrase. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Now, this is maybe something you learn as a white person when you're one. When you come out of the womb, you learn liar, liar, pants on fire immediately. Immediately as a white person. So, liar, liar, pants on fire, S tier. You see something crazy, right? You see something, maybe you're walking around the city, you see a car accident. You might be like, wow, you don't see that every day. That's a solid B tier. That's a solid B tier. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the likes. This is the quintessential Republican phrase. The rural white person phrase. Hey, man, you just got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You just pull yourself up by your bootstraps and everything's going to be all right. This is a B tier. I like this phrase. I say this phrase a lot. They were hooting and hollering. Hooting and hollering. This is a C. This is a C. Hey, that's rich coming from you. That's rich coming from you. I love this. I love this. You can put the energy, the anger, you can feel it when they say it, right? This is an S tier. Easy as pie. This is a very quintessential white phrase, but I don't think it has that oomph. It doesn't have that oomph. They were cooking, but it wasn't there. You really screwed the pooch on this one. This is a good one. I think that's a B. Hey, you in what army? You in what army, pal? This one's great. This one's great. This one's S tier. White people were in their bag. White people were cooking with this one. White people were absolutely cooking. You've won the battle, but you haven't won the war. You know, this one's not as white. It's a little bit more philosophical. You just got told, or you just got schooled. This is a C. You're gonna go far, kid. You're gonna go far. White teachers love saying that. I think that's still a C. Hey, what's wrong with you? You wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning? That's like, hey, what's you know, why are you acting weird? Why are you acting different? This is a very common one. Nobody says this? What? You wake up, oh, you're gonna go far this morning? No, people, you're gonna go far, kid? No, white people say that. That's like a teacher, though. It's not as common. It's not as common. Wake up on the wrong side of the bed. That was a common one growing up. I think that's a B. And that's the hill you want to die on? Really? Really, pal? That's the hill you want to die on? I think this is like a B. Try this on for size. That's also a B. That's also a B. Riddle me this, Einstein. That's a good A. How many we got left? I'm getting burnt. I'm getting burnt. All right, we're gonna speed run. We're gonna speed run. You nitwit. S tier. I'll knock your block off. D tier. Never heard that. Jeez Louise. Absolute S tier. See you later, alligator. S tier. Looky here. That's like a B. Newsflash, buddy. Hey, newsflash, buddy. It's time to fight. Newsflash. Newsflash. This one's an S tier. Easy. S tier. Easy. No, that was S tier. No. Oh my God, that one's S tier. I messed up. I messed up. Show me what you're made of. B tier. C tier. The world doesn't revolve around you. This is an A tier. This is an A tier. The world doesn't revolve around you, Janet. The world doesn't revolve around you. That was a very big, like, high school girl Like, they're beefing. I'm on the cheer squad. Jessica, the world doesn't revolve around you. That's a fun one. Na boo boo. That's an S. That's an S. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. That's an S tier. This is ludicrous. This is like a B. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. S tier. You're barking up the wrong tree, pal. A tier. Thebomb.com. That's a B tier. Bull in a cabinet store or a China store. This is like a C. This is like a C. I don't give a rat's ass. That's a B. You win some, you lose some. Very common white phrase. That's a B. Hey, serves you right. That's a B. We're speed running now. You're gonna go places. You're gonna go places, kid. That's a C. Okay, smart Alec. Also a C. I know you are, but what am I? Amazing white person comeback. What's it to you? Hey, what's it to you, man? Why are you asking all those questions? This is an S tier. This is an S tier. Suck it up, Buttercup. This is a B. Hey, cool your jets, pal. That's a B. I'll put my boot where the sun don't shine. That's like a B. That's a B for sure. That's more rural. What a hoop. That person's a hoop. I think that's a B. Oh, son of a gun? S. S immediately. That's a D. Don't know that one too well. Hold your horses. S tier. Deary me? D. Let's make some noise. We can go C. Knee slapper? 100% S tier. Must be free then? That's a D. I don't even know that one. Feel my thunder? That's a D. Beats me? S tier. Alrighty then. No shit, Sherlock. In their bag with that one. They were in their bag with that one. Let's bounce. S. Your ass is grass. S tier. Who the hell do you think you are? Also, as we're crushing right now. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? That's an A. 100% an A. I bet top dollar. I bet top dollar that person would do that. Right? This is a C. Hi, hungry. Oh, yeah. You say I'm hungry? Hi, hungry. I'm dead. Dude, my friend still does this, and it's so annoying. This is an S tier. Hey, just my 2 cents. This is a B. Hold your horses, cowboy. This is a C. I've got a bone to pick with you as an S. How are we doing? All right, we're at the final stretch. Final stretch. Take a hike, pal. That's an A. I'll believe it when I see it. That's a B. I'll rip you a new asshole, pal. That's an S here. Cool beans? S. I used to say that a lot. Scram, pal. S. No butts, no cuts, no coconuts. That's a C. Well, we'll put that in A. Pipe it down, or pipe down. That's a C. Oh, fiddlesticks. That's an S. Happy camper, we're a bunch of happy campers. That's a B. Hey, what's the damage? You get the check. What's the damage? That's an A. Not S, but that's an A. It's a party in here. C. Worth its weight in gold. That's a C. If I had a dollar, if I had a penny, that's a C. And we're done. We did it. We went through all the white phrases, guys. How amazing is that? That was a long one. But we did it. I'm not feeling the best, so I'm going to hop off here. But I'm going to upload this to YouTube. Guys, it's been real. It's been fun. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.